हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गाय नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शङ्करं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरम् भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। हरि ओम। We'll begin with the Shanti mantra. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. We shall chant the sixth Anuvaka. Asaneva sabhavati asad brahmeti veda chet asti brahmeti ched veda santamenam tato viduriti tassesha eva sharira atma yapurvasya अथातो न प्रश्नाः उता विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति. आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुतावु सोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजा येति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तच्छृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत तदनुप्रविश्य सच्च निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. हरि ओम्. So after describing the five koshas, the Shruti says, the one who doesn't believe in the existence of Brahma also becomes non-existent, means becomes unfit to pursue the Purushartha. But on the other hand, he who believes in the existence of Brahma attains Brahma. So this Anandamaya Kosha is the Sharira Atma of the previous Kosha, of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. After listening to this discourse of the teacher, the students had some questions. So, athato anuprashnaha. They had this anuprashna follow-up questions. One is about the existence of Brahma itself, whether Brahma exists or doesn't exist. Another about the ignorant person, whether an ignorant person attains Brahma or doesn't attain Brahma. Because Brahma is same for all. Brahma is the cause of everything. So ignorant person attains Brahma or doesn't attain Brahma. Again, a wise person attains Brahma or doesn't attain Brahma. So the remaining mantras of this Anuvaka as well as the Anuvaka in further answers these questions. So Brahma exists because the effect exists. We see the effects, we experience the effect. And what are the effects? This world. So Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi exists. All the beings exist. So the cause also must be existing. Though we do not see the cause, though we cannot interact with the cause, though there are no activities happening in the cause, though the cause is beyond all perception, beyond all imagination, beyond all thinking, Still, the cause exists because the effect exists. And the cause is not inert. So just as we see a pot, so if pot is existing, the clay also must be existing. But pot is inert and clay is also inert. Similarly, if this world is existing, the cause also is existing, but cause might be inert. So in order to remove this notion, the Upanishad says that he thought, he desired. So kamayata. So he, that Atma, that Brahma which is Atma, he desired. So one who desires cannot be inert. But that doesn't mean that Brahma is having a sense of incompleteness. He is swatantra, he is free to desire also. So for the sake of all the jivas, Brahma desired and created this world. So what did he desire? So kamayata saha akamayata, he desired. What did he desire? कि बहुश्याम प्रजा येति, let me become many. Let me become many. So how that infinite supreme Brahma, how can it become many? What is the meaning of creation? Shankaracharya ji writes that this entire creation is not something new. It is present as Brahma. And from Brahma alone it expresses. Just like gold, and all the ornaments are already present in gold. But an intelligent jeweler, intelligent goldsmith expresses the ornaments which are unmanifest in the gold. Similarly, the entire world remains unmanifest in Brahma when that Mahapralaya happens. So all the names, all the forms, all the beings are unmanifest and they are as Brahma, in Brahma. So they become manifest. Shankaracharya ji writes कि यदा आत्मस्थे अनअभिव्यक्ते नाम रूपे व्यक्रियेते तदा नाम रूपे आत्मस्वरूप अपरित्यागे नैव ब्रह्मणा प्रविभक्त देश काले सर्वावस्थासु व्यक्रियेते तदा तन्नाम रूप व्याकरणम ब्रह्मणो बहुभवनम. So Brahma becoming many means the names and forms which are present in Brahma, they manifest Without Brahma undergoing any change, Brahma doesn't become non-Brahma. Just as gold, when it manifests as ornaments, gold doesn't become non-gold. Gold doesn't lose its goldness. Similarly, Brahma, remaining Brahma, expresses as the world of names and forms. That itself is called Brahma becoming many. So, other than Brahma, nothing is there. Creation doesn't mean that other than Brahma something has come. Creation is also Brahma alone. The entire universe is Brahma alone. So, how did Brahma create this world? When the desire came, when he desired to create the world, what did Brahma do? He says, Sir, tapo tapyata. Brahma did tapas. He did tapas. See, when we want to do something, we think about it, we focus our attention on it, we plan. Sometimes our planning takes a lot of time. So, if we want to build a house, we think what type of house we want, how large should be the house, how many floors should I have in my house, how many rooms are required, what are the various types of rooms I might need, where should be the rooms located, what should be the facilities which are required in the house, how should be the outer layout of the garden and approach, etc. So one thinks that is called tapas. Similarly, Brahma, he thought, means he brought the knowledge of the entire creation. So his tapas is nothing but of the nature of knowledge. Yasya jnanamayam tapaha. The Shastra says tapas is of the nature of knowledge. Because no other tapas is possible for Brahma. Brahma brings the thought of the entire creation. So Shrujyamana Jagat Rachanadi Vishayam Alochanam Akarod Atma Ityartha. So the entire world which has to be created and all the beings who have to be created, as it was in the previous kalpa, the entire image or the entire knowledge, it appeared in Brahma. That itself is the tapas. See, we have seen elsewhere that when that desire comes that let me create this world, spontaneously first Hiranyagarbha is born. Hiranyagarbha has the total mind, total intellect, and ahankar. So Hiranyagarbha, who is also indicated as Sagun Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha is Sagun Ishvara. He is also indicated in the Shastra as Karya Brahma. So the entire creation he brought in his mind as it was in the previous kalpa. So that itself is called tapas. So sa evam alochya, Shankaracharya writes, कि स एवं आलोच्य तपस्तप्त्वा प्राणी कर्मादि निमित्त अनुरूपमिदं सर्वं जगद्देशतः कालतः नाम्ना रूपेण च यथानुभवं सर्वैः प्राणिभिः सर्वावस्थैः अनुभूयमानम् असृजत सृष्टवान्. So Brahma, he did the tapas, brought the whole image of the Jagat, and what image? Ki prani karmadi nimitta anurupam. The Jagat which has to be created according to the various jivas and their various karmas and their various samskars. All are then manifested. See, it is just like our sleep. See, during the day we work, we think, we talk, we interact with the world, we interact with people. Then we go to sleep. For some time we dream, we create another world for ourselves. And then we go into deep sleep. In deep sleep, what happens? There is no experience of the world. There is no desires, no thoughts. There is no seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. There is no experience of our body, mind. So what happens? In deep sleep, we remain as our own self, free from all distinctions, free from all divisions. Ekameva advitiyam. One alone I remain. So is that moksha? It is like moksha only. Deep sleep is like moksha. But it is not something which lasts forever. Why it doesn't last forever? Because our samskars are still present, though they are not manifest, they are still present within. They have not got destroyed. Because their basic cause, which is ignorance of our own self, is still there. Though it is not manifest. The results of ignorance is not manifest. So potentially I remain there as a jiva, as an ignorant jiva, having all samskars, but everything is unmanifest. So, in order to fulfill my desires, in order to give expressions to my desires, in order to continue fulfilling my desires, I again come into the waking state. I am as though brought back into the waking state. And having come into the waking state, I continue with my life. In the same way, when the entire world goes into Mahapralay, means there is as though a cosmic sleep. All beings as though go to sleep. Only they remain as Brahma. Sadeva Swami Idamagra Asit. They remain as that Sat Brahma alone. But that doesn't mean that they have attained moksha. That doesn't mean all their desires are fulfilled. That doesn't mean their ignorance has got destroyed. So potentially all these are still there. So therefore, in order to give field to all the jivas, to express their desires, to fulfill their desires, and also give them opportunity to gain moksha, all of them are again manifest. They become manifest. They get created. So according to our karma, according to our samskars, we are born again. So sarvam jagatah jagat deshatah kalatah namna rupena cha yathanubhavam sarvaihi pranibhihi sarvavasthaihi anubhuyamanam ashrujata. And this world is experienced by all beings. All beings, we experience this world. It is experienced by human being, animal, birds, plant, devtas, according to their own samskar and according to their own level. All the beings, they experience this world. This is the most mysterious experience. Though everything is my own self, though other than self nothing is there, but I experience the world as though different from me. And I continue living in this world, performing actions and getting the appropriate results. So in this way, that Brahma, which is Atma, having desired, did tapas, and having done the tapas, tapas taptva, idam sarvam ashrujata, created all this, yadidam kincha, all that which is there, yat kinchit, yat kincha idam avishishtam, tad idam jagat srishtva, everything was created. See, this world is so vast, the universe is extremely vast. From our standpoint, as a human being, when we look at this world, it is so very large that it is beyond our imagination. And if we try to see the smaller part of this world, it is so small that it is beyond our reach. The smallest thing also is beyond our reach, and the largest is also beyond our reach. Even our fastest vehicle, if it tries to explore this world, it will take millions of years. Even to go out of our own Milky Way, it will take millions of years. It is so vast. And if we try to see the finer particles, the subatomic particles, they are so small, difficult to comprehend. And even there are some jivas who are so minute that is so amazing. And they have their own life, they have their own potential, they have their own samskars. Quite mind-boggling. Achintya Rupa. Unimaginable forms are there in this world. So having manifested this world, having created this world, what did Brahma do? Now this is very interesting. He says, कि तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत. Having created this world, he entered this world. Having created this world, he entered this world. So before we take up this point, let us go back to the questions which were raised by the students, though they are answered later on, but we will briefly see the answer. So there were these questions that if everything has come from Brahma, and Brahma is present equally in all, and it is said that Vidwan attains Brahma. So does it mean that a Vidwan also attains Brahma once he drops this body? So the question about Vidwan and Avidwan. Avidwan is one who doesn't know that Brahma. Vidwan is one who knows Brahma as one's own self. So, what is the answer? See, the answer is later on given that Vidwan attains Brahma, and those who are ignorant, they don't attain Brahma, they remain bound to the samsara till finally they gain that knowledge and attain Brahma. See, we have what we call ignorance. We are born with this ignorance. As a jiva, all of us, we are born with this ignorance. What is this ignorance? Ignorance of our own self. We do not know our own self. And we do not know the reality of this world. This twofold ignorance we have. I don't know who am I, and I don't know what is this world. Because these are the twofold experience which we get. When we are born, we experience our own existence and we experience the existence of this world. But if I try to inquire, try to find out who exactly am I don't get any answer. Because whatever I assume myself to be is incorrect. I assume myself to be this body, physical body, but this body keeps on changing. But I remain same, means my experience of my own existence remains same, though the body keeps on changing. That means I cannot be the body. Still, I consider myself the body. In my childhood, also, I had the experience of my own existence. And now, also, I have an experience of my own existence. But the body has undergone tremendous change. No single cell which was present in my childhood body is present now. Means the entire body has been replaced by other materials. But still, I continue to experience my own presence in the body, and I mistakenly think I am the body. In the same way, I identify with the mind, with my intellect, with my senses. I consider myself my mind. I consider myself my intellect. Though I remain separate from my mind, intellect when I am in deep sleep. That means I am different from my mind, intellect, my senses. Still, I assume myself to be the mind, the intellect, the senses. And therefore, I take on the qualities of my body, mind, intellect as my own quality. I say I am a man, I am a woman, I am a knower, I see, I hear, I taste, I touch. So these are the qualities of the body, the senses, the mind, which I assume to be my qualities. So why all this confusion is there? Because my real identity is not known to me. And because of that, I assume a false identity. I falsely hold on to the body, mind, senses. So this is called ignorance. Not knowing myself as I am is ignorance. And because of ignorance, whatever misunderstandings I have is called adhyas. So I have adhyas about myself. In the same way, I have adhyas about this world. The real nature of the world is not known. Whatever I know about the world is the changing phenomena, the changing names and forms. What I know about the world today, tomorrow it changes. So constantly there is a changing phenomena which is happening. So what is that which is the very essence, very support of this world is not known. So whatever externally is presented to me, I think that itself is the world. That itself is the reality of the world. So the reality of the world is not known. The reality of my own self is not known. So there are misunderstandings about the world and the self. And this misunderstanding continues. And as long as these misunderstandings are there, this our experience of this world and our experience of all this duality and all will continue. We will not be able to become one with that Brahma. Even when our body gets dropped, we are born again because our mind and intellect doesn't get destroyed. So again, I take another form and continue with my life. So an ignorant person never attains moksha. An ignorant person never gains that Brahma. That is what it will be said later on in this Upanishad. That one who creates or has the notion that other than me something is there, other than that Brahma something is there, then there will be fear in his life. That fear itself is called samsara. Udaramantaram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. Even if we create a little bit of difference between myself and this world, if I think that other than me, other than I, Brahma, there is something else, then there will be fear. So an ignorant person can never attain moksha. But when we gain that knowledge, when we come to recognize ourselves as we are, when we come to recognize this world as it is, so world is what the essence of the world, the reality of the world is that it is Brahma. And what is the reality of myself? I am Brahma. When I come to recognize that Brahma as my own self, I will become free. I will become free. Ignorance is anadi. Anadi means beginningless. Ignorance is not something which is created by Brahma. Ignorance is beginningless. We are from beginningless time. There is no cause for ignorance. At present we are ignorant. That means in the past also we were ignorant. So ignorance is beginningless. In Gita also Bhagavan says, कि पुरुषम प्रकृतिं चैव विद्धि अनादि उभव अपि. The Purusha, this I, this Jiva, and this world which I experience is anadi, beginningless. One can become free of this continuous cycle by gaining that knowledge of our own self as Brahma. So briefly, these are the answers. But again, the topic will come in future, further. So now we come back to this topic here. Here it is said that Brahma, having created this world, entered the world. Tat srishtva tadevanupravishata. Tat srishtva tadevanupravishata. Having created that, he entered that. That means that world. So what is the meaning of this? So there is a big, huge discussion here. Shankaracharya in his commentary, he discusses this in detail. See, what is the meaning of Brahma entering the world? It's very interesting. So here Shankaracharya says कि तत्र एतत् चिन्त्यं कथम अनुप्रविशत इति. That let us think. Now we have to think. How did this Brahma enter the world? Having created the world, he entered the world. What does it mean? That Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, having created the world, entered the world. What does it mean? किम यह सृष्टा स तेनैव आत्मना अनुप्राविशत् उत अन्येन इति किम तावत् युक्तम्. So did the creator entered this world as himself in his own nature, or did he enter in some other way? How did he enter? See this term which is used, having created, he entered. So he must have entered as he is. Just like we say that having created the house, he entered the house. So here also that pratyay is used, having created, he entered. So there are some thinkers who say that maybe he entered in some other form. Shankaracharya writes, कि ननु न युक्तं मृत चेत कारणं ब्रह्म तद आत्मकत्वात् कार्यस्य. Because if Brahma is the cause of this world, and world being the effect of Brahma, the world already contains that Brahma. Because the effect has the cause in it. Just like from clay, if a pot is made, then the clay is already present in that pot. Similarly, from Brahma, out of himself, if he has made this world, then he is already present in the world. So what does it mean that having created, he entered? Doesn't make sense. Karanam eva hi karyatmana परिणतम इति अतः अप्रविष्ट इव कार्योत्पत्तेः ऊर्ध्वं पृथक् कारणस्य पुनः प्रवेशः अनुपपन्नः. Because that karan itself is expressing as karya, so to say that he created and he entered, it doesn't make sense. It's like saying that clay created the pot and then entered the pot. Having created the pot, it is already present in the pot. So there is no need to enter the pot, or it cannot enter the pot again. But if the clay has become a pot, then the powders of clay can be kept into the pot. Suppose from clay we make a pot, and there are some dust, clay dust are there. Then those clay dust can also be kept into the pot. So having created the pot, the clay in a different form entered the pot. That we can say about the pot. So can we say the same thing about Brahma? that Brahma, having created this world, in some other form it entered the world. Like having created the world, did Brahma enter the world as a jiva? Anena jivena atmana anupravishya. Like some Upanishad, some statements are there that having created the world, did he enter the world as a jiva or in some other form? Shankaracharya says no, this is not correct. Why it is not correct? Because Brahma is one only. There are no different forms in Brahma. Clay may have different forms. Clay can become a pot, and in some other form, the clay can enter the pot. We can make the pot out of clay, and we can keep some clay powder in the pot. But this cannot be true for Brahma, because Brahma is one only, and there are no different forms in Brahma. कि नैवं युक्तम एकत्वाद ब्रह्मणः. In case of clay, there are many different forms for clay, but for Brahma, there are no other forms. But still, the Shruti itself has said that having created the world, he entered the world. If Shruti has said something, if we don't understand it in one way, we have to keep contemplating and we should try to understand the right meaning behind it. Then again, some people they say, the Purva Pakshi, the opponent, he says that if the Shruti has said that Brahma has entered after creating the world, that means Brahma must be having some parts, must be having some parts. And then through that part he must have entered. One part of Brahma must have become the world, and another part of Brahma must have entered the world. Shankaracharya gives example, like our body we have, and then our hand can enter our mouth. Sa अवयवत्वात् मुखे हस्तप्रवेशवत् नामरूपकार्ये जीवात्मना अनुप्रवेशो युक्तः एव इति चेत्. So similarly, having created the world with one part, with another part as a jiva, he must have entered the world. Shankaracharya says no, this is not proper. This is not the right understanding. This is not the right meaning. Because in case of, let us say a pot is there and that some powder can enter this pot. But in case of this world, there is no place which is devoid of Brahma. The entire universe is uniformly, in the entire universe, Brahma is present uniformly. There is no place which is devoid of Brahma. For Brahma to enter it in some other form. अशून्य देशत्वात् नहि कार्यात्मना परिणतस्य नाम रूप कार्य देश व्यतिरेकेण आत्मशून्य प्रदेशः अस्ति यम प्रविश्येत जीवात्मना. There is no place in this entire world which is devoid of Brahma, in which Brahma can enter as a jiva or in some other form. Then again, some person said maybe he created and then he entered the cause itself. But entering the cause doesn't make sense, because entering the cause is becoming that Brahma only. And the Shruti also says, having created the world, he entered the world. Means he entered the effect. The Shruti doesn't say he, having created the world, he entered the cause. He entered the effect. Okay, then maybe having created the world, Brahma must have entered some part of the world, some portion of the world. Having created the entire world, having created the entire universe, he must have entered some special part of this world. Hmm. Shankaracharya says this also doesn't make sense. That having created, he entered a different part of this world. This also is not possible. It is like saying that a pot entered another pot. That doesn't make sense. Then again, one may think that maybe that Brahma itself became both the cause as well as effect, or it became both inside and outside. Means in the whole world, Brahma alone is present in inside in one way and outside in another way. In the world, Brahma is present inside as a jiva and outside as the world. Bhagavan Shankaracharya, this is also not correct. Because it is said he created and then he entered. If he is already present inside, it is not called enter. So if we create, then something from outside enters in. So in this way, lot of discussion and debate Shankaracharya presents here about the exact meaning of this term, that Brahma, having created this world, entered the world. Some people say that, oh, he must have entered as a reflection. Shankaracharya raises that different view कि जल सूर्य कादि प्रतिबिंबवत प्रवेश स्यात् इति चेत. Just like the sun enters the water as a reflection, similarly Brahma must have entered this world as a reflection. Shankaracharya says no, this is also not possible. Because Brahma is so subtle, Brahma is so pure, that no reflection of Brahma is possible. न तु आत्मनः अमूर्तत्वात् आकाशादि कारणस्य आत्मनः व्यापकत्वात् तद् विप्रकृष्टदेशप्रतिबिम्बाधारवत् वस्तु अंतराभावाच्च प्रतिबिंबवत् प्रवेशो न युक्तः. That Brahma being so subtle, it is the very cause of even space. Other than it, no object is there in which it can enter as a reflection. So this idea about Brahma entering as a reflection also is not tenable. So how can we understand this statement that having created this world, Brahma entered the world? That now Bhagavan Shankaracharya replies that we will see in our class on Wednesday. Till then, you take care, be happy, stay peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana, listen to the pravachan again, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends and relatives, and we shall meet again soon. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Boliye Siya Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om.